Hey everybody, I'm Donald Witt with iwanttoplaybase.com, and today I'm going to talk about music lessons. Do you need music lessons? Do music lessons help? And the answer is yes, they do help. You do need them, whether you're the greatest or you're working every day with your bass guitar and getting paid. But yes, they even the pros get lessons. They get just the mentoring and all the just the connection, the socializing and connection and networking. It's essential to succeeding at playing bass. So you do want to get music lessons. You want to get somebody in your corner. You want to get that will be one of your connections, and that's a definite yes. And you want to find somebody that's been in the field, that has lots of experience, knows a lot of people, and can get you where you want to go. Definitely, showing you the ropes. Definitely saving you a lot of time. We're only here for a little while, so our time is valuable. So if you can find somebody to help you cut to the chase and get to your bass playing goals, that is what you want. And the best way to find that individual or that group of individuals is through music lessons. So definitely find somebody that you're comfortable with and that you feel like is going to get you to where you need to go musically. And and you'll learn. You'll definitely learn. This instrument is always changing, always getting better, always new stuff coming out, new instruments, new brands that are taking the market, and you want to be up front with that. You want to be in front with all of that. You want to know all of that stuff. It's gonna better you as a bass player. And the more people you have in your corner, the better off you're going to be. And that's how you build your reputation. If your music instructor sees potential in you, and whether you've got all the skills it takes, but just being a well-rounded individual, he will put the word out, and he will put he'll put himself out there for you. And then you will grow. You will grow on this instrument, whether it's leaps and bounds, or it's going to take time. Most of the time it's going to take time. It will happen, but you've got to be willing to stick with it. And that's something I say over and over. Just stick with it. You will get there. All of this stuff is learnable, and whether you are coachable is the question, and you want to be coachable. So with all that being said, I'm going to give you a cool, not really a bass line, but a bass technique, just kind of a warm-up technique I use a lot, and it just gets you familiar with, just gets your ear and ready to go, and just gets you kind of loosened up, and that's what you want to be. And you want to be relaxed when you're doing this exercise. Always being relaxed. Any tightness or tension in your hands or arms is going to slow you down. You need to be relaxed to get fast and to be fast. You can't be tight. Just got to be loose and relaxed. So loosen up, shake it off, loosen up, and break it in. But this is going to be another one of the major scale, because the major scale is so important. I can't say it enough. It's so much that comes from the major scale, and so many parts to the major scale, that you can take each part or one part and you can own it, and that can be that's your character. You don't that can work if it's it's a good niche or a character, then that will work. But you want to be versatile. You're going to get more work being versatile. You don't want to just use this one lick over and over, because then it gets old. It might be a nice lick, and there's a lot of nice licks out there that can be used over and over, but you don't want it to be the only lick. So you want to be versatile for sure, but you can, to start out, you can just take a piece of the major scale and own it, whether it's an Aeolian scale or a Ionian mode. I mean, just, well, the Ionian is major scale. You can just use the major scale, own the major scale, and you'll own it all. But there are the minor fields, the Dorian, the Aeolian in particular is a nice minor field, but you can take that and just run with it, and then build on it as you go. And that's another part of music lessons that you've got to have, is you've got to have the fundamentals. You can be an expert bass player, you probably an advanced player now playing out, but do you have a solid foundation, the fundamentals? Have you nailed the fundamentals that you can grow even more? If you don't nail the fundamentals, you're only going to grow so far. You're going to go so far, and it's going to level out there. But if you've got the fundamentals, you can keep growing on those fundamentals. You can branch out to different. There's nothing that you won't be able to do if you've got those fundamentals nailed in and nailed down. So the major scale is a fundamental of every instrument that you're going to play. That's going to be a fundamental. So nail it, and just, if you have been playing for a while, take lessons, sign up for some lessons, and try to make sure you have those fundamentals, that you have nailed them down. And that's critical also. You don't want to cut yourself short. You want to be able to keep building and keep growing, because this instrument, the music, is going to keep growing. It always does, and it always has. There's so much to do, and it will keep growing. So nail the fundamentals. So here's a little warm up I'm going to show you. It's pretty cool. It's going to be your open. It's going to start with your open E. It's in the key of E major scale, but it utilizes the open strings. So utilize the open strings. Don't be afraid to use them. They are critical to your abilities in getting to certain places. Utilize the open strings. They're there. They're notes also. Don't be afraid to use them. They are a little harder to handle, to control, but they are there for your use. So use them effectively. So here's the E major scale. Open E, second finger, second string, second fret, second finger. This is going to be the pattern. I'll tell you the finger pattern. Open E, second finger, fourth finger, open E, second finger, fourth finger, first finger, second finger, fourth finger. So that's the E major scale. That's the open E major scale. Second, fourth, open, second, fourth, first, third, fourth. Sorry. I went a little further. I was going up 2 octaves. Okay, so we've got the open E, second finger, fourth finger, open E, open A, second finger, fourth finger, first finger, second finger. There's your E. I was going to go take it all the way up. Okay, so that's another key thing. If you make a mistake, you keep going through it. You've got to keep going. You don't stop. The song's not going to stop in the middle of your live performance. It's not going to stop and start over. You keep going through it. So the way you react to those mistakes is part of your performance, your stage performances. Don't get caught cringing your face or nothing like that, unless you're doing some nasty riff. But yeah, if you make a mistake, don't show it. Don't let them see you sweat. You just keep plowing through it, and do that with everything. You're exercising and all. Keep going through it, and come back and just understand what you did and where you did it, and then fix it. But don't stop. Don't stop and start over on anything with your lessons and all. Just keep going. That's where it will all pan out. So that's it. We're gonna go up 2 octaves. 1 octave. 2 octaves. And now I'm gonna arpeggiate it, and this is this gets a little more, it's a little more difficult, but it takes, with practice, it's a good warm up. Like I say, once you get it down, it warms you up your ear and your fingers loosens you up. So that's it right there. Now all together. Use your metronome. Don't do that without your metronome. And I do it a lot. I practice without the amp, so you can hear all the your fret buzzes and stuff like that. You can hear them. You're gonna hear some. Don't think you're gonna get rid of all of them. They're there. You got round wound strings. If you've got round, you're gonna hear a lot of sliding across there. That's unavoidable, but those noises aren't going to come through your amp. So just realize that you're not going to get rid of all of them, but you can get rid of a lot of them, and you can make sure without an amp how well you're executing the plucking time to your notes. Your fret hand and your plucking hand need to be in sync. When you hit this note, when your fret hand goes to the note, this plucking hand needs to hit it immediately. You don't want to hear like a hammer-ons. You don't want to hear hammer-ons. You want to hear simultaneously. So then that's what practice without an amp. Just do that when you're sitting down. After you've eaten dinner, you just sit down, grab your basses. You don't have to plug up to the amp every time. You want to practice with your amp. You want to be able to, when you're nailing these notes, how it's going to be affected by amplifying it. But you want to be able to get that. You want to hear as least amount of clanking and clutter that you can, and you're going to hear that without your amp. So practice without an amp as well as practicing with your amp, and and that's it. Little bass, E major scale, warm up exercise there. There it is. All right, guys, check me out. iwanttoplaybase.com. Sign up, subscribe here, please, and it helps, and just helps get the word out, and we're here to help. That's what we want to do, and the more people we can get on board, and the more people we can help, the more it helps us. So that's my goal. Is help me help you, and that's what we want. And passion is here. So passionate about this instrument and music, and it just moves people, and it's nothing better than moving people and helping people through tough times, and it's just the support. That's what we're here for. And like I say, subscribe below, hit the notification bell. I'm putting these videos out quite often, and check out the website at iwanttoplaybase.com. Subscribe there. We've got an ebook on them. Right now we've got one ebook. I've got 2 more coming out soon, but the ebook now is Setting Up Your Bass for Success. We've taken this down to the bare bones and we've adjusted everything on it that can be adjusted, and I set it up to my needs, but it shows you how to do it, so you can set it up to your needs, the action, everything. So looking forward to hearing from everybody, and like I say, comment below if you got any questions. But check out my website. It's got my email. You can shoot me an email if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. All right, I want to play bass.com, and thank y'all, and see you soon.